Yes, hello there, wonderful community. It's tea time with Brian again. And today's tea time, by the way, it's gingebre, which is cinnamon, which is a very strong little tea. Ginger tea in English. Very healthy. Well, today's topic is going to be a little bit unusual because I'm going to talk about my past life in the sense of my connections to America, the USA, because it's in the news everywhere with Trump and the USA and politics and things like that. I wanted to just clear this up for myself because I grew up with many, many Americans as friends. In fact, I felt myself very American when I was younger for a very, very long time. And I had a good time. For me, being a hippie was part of Woodstock, was part of having long flowing hair and enjoying myself and traveling the world and being in America and the USA. Spent a lot of time in Florida with a German friend of mine, and I spent a lot of my youth with Americans. And for me, that was always a climax for me. It was a happiness at that time, musically too. I mean, Eagles and Steve Miller and the West Coast and Woodstock and in England, Bath, and all these times were very, very good times. And then when I had my first Mustang, I had a 1965 Mustang when I was about, that was a bit later, I was in the 30s. When I had finished with university, and that was also for me a fantastic time. And then on the flip side was this East, For me, the West was liberation, was light, was energy, was dancing, was fun, was, party and everything else. And that was all part of America too, all part of the USA. And then when I stood in front of the wall in Germany, the East Wall that separated us, the West, from communism, that was the dark, colorless side. Horrible, this sort of, I felt sorry for the people that lived in the East. I didn't want to go anywhere near the East. If I went on holidays, I went to Greece. I went somewhere and